you mentioned like you use all of these various tools, right? Chartbeat for sort of a deeper learning of how your audience is consuming content, GA more superficial, etc. What would your ideal analytics toolkit look like?
Well, ideal would be one that gives me one dashboard. It gives me one dashboard, which gives me, you see, because there's a lot of learning between metrics which are catering to ad revenue versus metrics that are catering to editorial content versus metrics that are looking at conversion to payments on the site. Now, they are all reflective of user behavior. So, it would be really helpful if one could look at user behavior across rather than look at user behavior in silos. So, one dashboard which gives me, what Google Ad Management gives me through, through the impressions. It gives me, of course, everything that GA gives me in terms of time per session, pages per session, all the metrics that they give me. But one that can also get me my social media metrics, which is how was the behavior of the traffic that came from social media to the site versus the behavior of the traffic that came directly to the site. And therefore, what are the learnings for me? Are the same things being consumed? And the same thing, if it could give me the user journey, because I think we don't give enough importance to the user journey, because that should then feed your UI UX as well. Okay. Sometimes people are bouncing off not because they were not interested in your content. They might be bouncing off because of a tech glitch. They might be bouncing off because there is maybe you placed your pop-up for driving subscriptions to your newsletter at the wrong place. You're actually pissing people off where you think you're actually trying to ensnare people into subscribing to your newsletter. So the user journey is a metric that I really, really think. So I mean, in an ideal world, I want my social, my user journey, my ad management, time spent on ads, etc. And for instance, it's interesting for us to learn that some of our membership conversions, I mean, you would imagine that we use our documentaries and our deep dive investigations to drive our membership, saying this is what the kind of journalism we believe in, this is what you should pay for and support, etc. But it's interesting for us to see that a lot of the conversions that are coming to us through entertainment content. Or even more interestingly, some of the content is coming to us through some of our branded content, which is overtly, transparently labeled as, this is sponsored content. But people came there for whatever reason they found value in that content, and then they actually converted to support us. Now, you want to be able to understand that behavior.